I'm in New York. Where are you?
Hi, Millie. I'm super excited for the sushi party next week. I'll see you there.
Hi, Liana. I don't want to be rude, but I don't think we invited you.
Yes, well, I overheard you talking about it in the park the other day. You really managed to get a reservation at Kobayashi Sushi? They have the best sushi in the city! And since you invited all your friends, I thought I'd come along too.
Well, I'm sorry, Liana, but we already made the reservation. And we could only get a table for 8, so, maybe next time?
Oh, don't be silly. You can call them and change the number of guests. What's one more person? Oh, and be sure to tell everyone else I'll be coming too.
Liana, I don't know how else to say this, but I don't want you to come.
What? Why?
Because you never pay. Every time we've invited you out to dinner in the past. You eat 5 times more than anyone else, but then when the bill comes along, you suddenly realize you lost your wallet or forgot to go to the bank or something. So someone else has to spot you the money. And you always say you'll pay it back, but you never do.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, I do. Remember last month? You heard my family was having a barbecue at the beach. So you showed up unannounced with your whole family and started eating everything you could get your hands on, and then you leave without even helping us clean up. Don't tell me you forgot about that, Liana.
What do you mean, showed up unannounced? We just so happened to be at the same beach at the same time is all. We didn't eat that much. I did feel bad about not helping clean up. But your grill is so complex. It has so many pieces and parts and odds and ends. I was worried about breaking it. I wouldn't want to do that to you, Millie.
Yeah, well, you had no problem taking the food we prepared for ourselves. You ate half the hamburgers, most of the hot dogs, and all of the potato salad.
Did we really eat that much? You'll have to forgive me. My 5 children do have quite an appetite. The older ones are already in middle school, and growing children need their nutrition.
So feed them at your house. And besides, you ate more than any of them. And this isn't just me. You've done the same thing to the other girls too. We're tired of you taking advantage of us, Liana. We don't want to be your friends anymore. We're never inviting you to anything ever again.
What? How could you? You're kicking me out of the moms group?
I mean, honestly, you were never that close to any of us. When have we ever directly invited you to anything? Never. I didn't even give you my phone number. You got it from the emergency contacts list at school.
I wouldn't have had to do that if you would have simply given me your number when I asked. Now come on. I want to have some good sushi. Let me go with you.
Why don't you just go to the restaurant with your own family? Why do we have to take you along with us?
My husband can't afford it. The only time I can ever go to a decent restaurant is when I go with you.
So it's like I said, you just want to come along so you can eat without paying. I can't believe you, Liana.
I didn't say that out loud.
Liana, for the last time, you're not coming with us. And please, don't ever contact me again.
Hi, Millie. I got to the restaurant a bit early, so I'll be waiting at the table for everyone.
What? What are you talking about? What restaurant are you at?
The sushi restaurant, Kobayashi Sushi. I'll order for everyone, so the food will be at the table when you get here. I told you I was coming, didn't I?
Yes, and I told you not to come. I was very clear when I said you weren't invited.
No, you said you didn't want me to come. And you said I wasn't invited for the last time. You didn't say anything about this time. You'll have to be more careful with your wording next time.
You have got to be kidding me. I've never met anyone like you before. I was as explicit as I possibly could be about not wanting you to come. And yet here you are.
You won't get rid of me that easily. Besides, my husband and kids have been looking forward to eating sushi all week. Oh, Look, our first order just arrived. Gotta go, Millie. You'd better get here fast before it's all gone. Millie, where are you all? We're all so excited to see you. And all the sushi we ordered is gone. We're completely stuffed. All 7 of us.
Liana? We're already here. We've been here for almost half an hour now.
You are? I can't see you anywhere. Oh well. Like I said, we're all stuffed to the gills, so we'll be going home now. Oh, and since the reservation was in your name, you'll be picking up the check, right? I'll pay you back. Eventually.
That's not gonna work this time, Liana. You're going to have to pay the bill yourself.
No can do, Millie. I seem to have left my wallet at home. You invited me. It's your party. So take responsibility and pay the bill, won't you? It's only a few $1,000s. You should be fine.
First things first, I did not invite you. And what do you mean few thousands? How much did you eat?
Well, between the 7 of us, about 50 plates each.
50 plates? All 7 of you? You ate 350 plates of sushi?
Well, yes. My kids have quite an appetite. The sushi was so good. They just couldn't stop.
That's... wow! Kobayashi starts at $10 a plate. If you ate 350 plates, the bill's gotta be at least 4 to 5 grand. Have you seen the bill yet?
It just came, actually. $6,000, and it was worth every penny.
$6,000? You ate $6,000 worth of sushi without intending to pay for it?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. You can split it between all of you. Thanks for the treat, Millie. Next time's on me, I promise.
This is no laughing matter, Liana. I can't believe you expected us to cover a $6,000 bill for you. Are you out of your mind?
Don't worry, you know I'm true to my word. I'll pay you back, I promise. Shall I tell the waitress you'll be paying with cash or credit?
You've gone off the deep end, Liana. You are one of the most selfish, insufferable people I've ever met. I'm not your damn ATM.
Millie, Millie, Millie. I don't think you're my ATM. We're friends, aren't we? Think of all we've been through together.
Friends don't stick their friends with $6,000 bills.
Do be a dear and hurry along, will you? We can't leave until you pay for the meal. We're going shopping on Michigan Avenue after this. Don't keep us waiting.
Wait, Michigan Avenue? Are you in Chicago?
Yes, we are. Why do you ask? That's where the restaurant is. Where else would we be? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Oh boy. Liana, did you go to the Kobayashi Sushi on Michigan Avenue in Chicago?
Yes, of course we did. You said you were going to Kobayashi's Sushi, didn't you?
Oh boy, well Liana, I really hate to tell you this, but you're at the wrong place.
What?
We're not at the Kobayashi Sushis in Chicago. We're at the Kobayashi Sushi in New York.
What? New York?
Yep, my uncle runs a hotel here, and they're hard up for guests these days, so he gave us a great deal on a room. He said we could invite the other moms from the group too. We've been here since yesterday.
You went to New York? Why didn't you tell me about that?
You didn't ask, and besides, you weren't invited. I was about to lose it. I thought you followed us all the way to New York.
You're terrible! You tricked me!
Tricked you? You overheard our conversation and invited yourself to our party, and you want to blame me for you going to the wrong restaurant?
It's your fault for not telling me about the vacation! How could you do this to your best friend?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want to hang out with you. You're not my friend.
How could you be so cruel to me? You know I have 7 mouths to feed. Do you expect me to support them all on my husband's salary? Friends don't abandon their friends in their time of need.
You are not my friend. And when have you ever helped anybody? All you ever do is take advantage of us. You're nothing but a parasite.
A what? How dare you?
It's the truth, Liana. But anyway, we're not at the same restaurant, so I won't be paying your bill.
You won't? Wait, who's going to pay the bill, then? It's $6,000! I can't pay it, and if you won't, then who will?
Not us, we're in New York. And no, we're not flying back to Chicago to pay your bill for you, so don't even ask. You're going to have to get yourself out of this mess.
Millie, please. I don't have $6,000. I can't pay this.
I don't care, it's not my problem. Figure it out.
Millie, wait. Please, you have to help me. If I don't pay, they're going to have me arrested. I have young children, Millie. You're a mother. Don't you have any compassion for my children?
Well, yes, I do feel pretty awful for your kids. They got stuck with a complete moron like you for a mom. But nope, not gonna help you.
Oh no.
So anyway, we're in the middle of our dinner, so I'm gonna go. Good night, Liana. Hope you enjoyed the sushi. Liana and her husband freaked out, left their kids at the table and ran out of the building. The restaurant had already called the police though. And they got caught right outside the front door. Since they never had any intention to pay for the meal in the first place, I don't see how they'll avoid jail time. So they'll have plenty of time to think about what they have done. Hopefully Liana learns her lesson this time. Oh, and her kids were all taken in by Child Protective Services. I guess Liana's sister and her husband are taking them in. Hopefully her sister's smarter than she is. As for us, we had a great time in New York. And the sushi was wonderful.
I can't believe he's done this, Sarah. I mean, it's been months now. How could my husband take my car and give it to his own mother? Doesn't he understand that I need to use it too?
I know, Emma. It's completely unbelievable. I mean, if he were my husband, I would have given him a piece of my mind about it all. Have you confronted him about it?
Yeah, I have. Multiple times. The first time I asked about it, he said it was a temporary arrangement and promised that his mom would return it soon. But that was months ago, and I still haven't gotten my car back. And since then, every time I even try to mention it, he just ignores me or gets super defensive about it, which always leads to an argument. I swear, every time I even think of mentioning it, he leaves the room or conveniently has to go out. It's like he can read my damn mind.
You probably have a tell or something. Like, your face probably gets all scrunched up like when you get mad or annoyed.
My face does not do that.
Yeah, it really does. It's kind of funny, to be honest.
Psst, you're lucky I like you.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be pulling that face at me.
I don't pull a face. Anyway, what should I do? I can't go much longer without my car. Trying to do chores like go grocery shopping or picking up Matthew is so much harder without being able to drive myself places. I'm having to use the bus, which is completely ridiculous. It's never on time, always crowded, and sometimes it even drives past the stop I need, or even after I've pulled the stop sign. There's one driver who I swear has it out for me. She never stops if she sees me running up to the bus. And even when I'm about to get on, she'll close the doors super fast so that they almost squish me.
Huh. Well, she sounds like a right witch.
Tell me about it.
Look, in terms of your car, I think if your husband isn't willing to talk to you about it, and he keeps avoiding you, then you should go and get it back yourself.
Get it back myself?
Yeah, it's your car, so you have every right to go and get it. Your mother-in-law has no claim to it, and neither does Mark, I think. He didn't buy the car, did he?
No, it was definitely me. I signed the finance deals on it, so it's solely my property.
Well then, go and get your car back, girl. It's about time that you take it back, considering your mother-in-law has had plenty of chances and time to get her own car. She can't expect to just use yours for the rest of her life.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's been like 5 months already. I've given Susan plenty of time to sort something out for herself. If she hasn't done it by now, then it's her own fault. I need my car so that I can do everyday things. I'm fed up with carrying bags of food onto the bus only for Mark to complain that I've forgotten something, when in reality, I just couldn't carry anymore.
Well, let me know how it goes, okay? If you need backup, I'm here.
Thanks, Sar. You truly are a great friend. I'm lucky to have you. Once I have my car back, I'll even take you out for a little ride around whilst we sing terribly to our music. I've missed doing that with you.
Well, you can count me in. I've missed it too. I need to get my car karaoke on.
LOL, don't worry. It'll happen very soon.
Emma, what have you done? Why have you stolen my mom's car from her? I've literally just finished work, only to see that my mom has called me multiple times. I thought someone had died at first, but no, instead I find out that you've taken my mom's car from her. What's wrong with you?
Well, for starters, I've not stolen anything.
Then what do you call taking her car? She told me that you went around to her house, knocked on her door, and demanded that she give you her car keys. When she didn't, you simply stormed over to where they were and took them for yourself before driving off. Why would you do that?
Well, let me see. It could be because I was feeling particularly mean today and thought terrorizing your mom would be a fun way to spend my time. Or it could be because the car is actually mine. Or did you forget that? And for your information, I didn't demand that she give me the keys. And I didn't just storm in and take the keys for myself. I asked your mom, calmly and very kindly, if I could have my car back, as I have many things that I need to do and I need my car to get them done. She refused to give me the keys, saying that she needed the car more than I do, and she even tried to shut the door in my face. I think she's broken my toe, because my foot was in the way of the door. I'm actually in the hospital at the moment to see if it's broken. Anyway, once she did that, I had enough. I did make my way into her home, but I didn't push her or anything, and I didn't take anything except for my car keys.
Well, maybe if you hadn't been acting so rude and disrespectful, you wouldn't have broken your toe.
I didn't do anything. It was your mom who was acting rude and disrespectful.
She would never do that. But even if she was, I think it's understandable considering you just taken her car keys.
They are my keys. I was the one who bought this car. I'm the one who pays the finance on it, so I am allowed to decide who gets to drive it and when I can take it back.
Are you seriously being that selfish? My mom needs that car so that she can get around because hers broke down. I told you this months ago when I first gave my mom the car.
Yes, I know that. But you also said that she would only need it for a week or two, maximum. She's had it for over 5 months now.
Well, she's not been able to find a car that she likes the look or feel of. It's a complicated thing, buying a car, you know? So the least you could do is show her a little bit of sympathy while she finds the perfect car for her.
You say that every time you give your mom something of mine. Like the sweater that I had bought myself a little while ago. Apparently, according to you, she said that she liked the sweater and so she took it for herself because, according to her, I could simply buy myself another one. Only, that sweater was a one-of-a-kind item that I had ordered for myself from a little independent shop. It cost me $70, and when I went to order myself another one, at my own cost, mind you, your mother never reimbursed me for the one she took, they were discontinued. And funnily enough, I've never seen your mom wearing that sweater at any instance that I've seen her.
You're not still going on about that sweater, are you? Look, it's just a stupid sweater. It wasn't a big deal. Besides, I don't know why you're getting so upset. You not want me to treat my mom nicely and help her out when she needs it?
Treating your mom nicely would be taking her shopping to buy her own clothes or to find a car that she can buy for herself. not giving her my things. Besides, I'm not upset that you gave her my sweater and my car. Well, I am, but I'm mainly upset that you did it without even asking me. Do you not see how that is a complete violation of my trust in you? If you're so willing to just take my things without asking and give them away, then how can I trust you with anything important to me? How will I know that you won't just give it to your mom if she decides that she likes it and that she wants it?
Well, yes, but it's my mom, so it's fine. She's a very important person to me, so I should be able to treat her to things and make her feel good, especially since my dad's death. My mom's been so sad and lonely since then, so I'll happily do anything to make sure that she cheers up and starts being happy again.
What? So you'd happily do whatever your mom asked you to, even if it meant upsetting me?
Yes, she's the most important woman in my life.
Oh my god. How could you say that? Do you not hear how horrible you sound? I mean, I get that she's your mom and all, and that she's an important person in your life. My mom is the same to me, but I'm your wife, so I should be quite important to you as well. Do you not care if I'm not happy?
Well, it's not that I don't care, but if it's between you and my mother, I'll always pick my mother. She did raise me after all.
Wow. You know what? I'm really learning a lot about you right now, and I'm not sure if I like it or not.
Well, regardless of if you do or not, you need to return the car to my mom. She needs it, so you'll just have to make do without it, okay?
No. I'm not just giving your mom my car.
As your husband, you have to do what I say. And I'm telling you to give your car to my mom.
You know what? Fine.
Huh?
You heard me. Your mom can have my car.
Well, that's good.
Yep, that's just how kind I am.
Well, after how upset you made my mom earlier, it's probably best if I come by and grab the car and drop it off to her house. I don't think she'll want to see you at the moment.
That's completely understandable. You can take it to her.
Well, okay then. Good to know that you can be a good housewife and listen to your husband every now and then.
Yep, LOL.
Well, I'll be home soon then to pick up the car. Just leave the keys by the door and I'll be as quick as I can. If you're lucky, I might be able to smooth over this whole thing with my mom and we'll be able to go back to normal. Just don't go being crazy again, okay? I really can't be dealing with it in all of your moods.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll see you soon then.
See you soon.
Haha, I win.
Huh? Susan? What are you on about?
As if you don't know, I've won. I got your car. It's mine now. You thought you were so smart coming and taking it back, but all I had to do was shed a few fake tears and whine a little bit, and my son went and got it back for me. LOL. You honestly had no hope of keeping it.
Oh, that's okay. You can have it.
I don't need your permission to have the car. I know I can have it. I can have whatever I want of yours. All I have to do is ask my son to get it for me.
Yes, well, Brandon's just had a nightmare, so I need to go and calm my son down and put him back to bed. You can keep gloating if you want, but I'm not going to be able to respond as I've got much more important things to do.
You can try and act all high and mighty if you want, but we both know that you're incredibly annoyed that I've won once again. Just like with that horribly ugly sweater. Did you know that I threw that sweater away? I thought it was so ugly. I only wanted it because you had it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, why aren't you more annoyed then?
I told you, I've got more important things going on in my life than being bothered by you. I'm simply just not going to let you get to me.
Huh? Well, whatever. I don't need to rub it in anyway. I'm classier than that.
You keep thinking that.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. You don't have to worry about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the car. Good night, Susan.
Whatever. You'll crack eventually.
So you just gave her your car? Are you crazy? Now she's going to think she can keep messing with you no matter what.
Don't worry, Safi. I've got it all planned out. Just sit back and watch the show.
Oh. You sound devious. I look forward to seeing what you conjure up.
Hopefully it all goes to plan. I mean, I've already implemented the first part of it.
What do you mean?
Well, to officially give Susan my car, I've had to make sure that all of the paperwork is in her name as well. She needs to be the main car holder, and she has to take over all of the payments for the car too. And it's got quite a while left for the payments, considering it was a relatively new car when I bought it.
Oh, wow, that's hilarious. So she's going to have to take over all of the payments?
Or have the car repossessed.
LOL, she won't be happy about that.
No, definitely not. But that's not the only thing I'm going to do.
What else do you have in mind?
Well,
Emma, why is there no food in the house? I've literally got nothing for breakfast. Have you not done any shopping recently? Also, why isn't Brandon at school? Didn't it start at like 9?
yeah, it did. And no, I've not been shopping
Well, why not?
because I can't get to the shops.
What do you mean you can't get to the shops?
Well, I have no car, so I can't drive to the shops to get the groceries. The same goes for taking Brandon to school and doing anything else outside of the house, really.
But you can use the buses, can't you? You did for ages. Why can't you use them now?
Well, I'd love to, but you see, the bus routes have changed. Not to mention they're on strike for the next few days. Or was it weeks? Well, it doesn't make a difference considering they no longer swing by the stops I'd usually get off at.
What do you mean they've changed the stops?
Exactly what I said. They no longer go the route to the shops. The closest stop is about 30 minutes away on foot. The same is for Brandon's school. And both me and Brandon don't feel comfortable walking all by ourselves in the early morning to get the bus. I mean, it takes an hour just to get to the closest stop, and another 30 minutes on top, and we'd have to leave the house at 7:30 to get to school on time.
But that's ridiculous.
I know, that's exactly what I thought. So because we don't have a car, me and Brandon will just have to stay home.
Can't you get a taxi?
Every day, twice a day. Do you know how much that would cost?
Okay, so you can't do that.
Nope. If only I had a car so that I could complete these errands. Oh well, we don't have the money to buy a second car.
I can see what you're doing, and it's not gonna work.
What's not going to work?
You're trying to guilt trip me because I made you give your car to my mom.
I would do no such thing.
Yeah, look, I get it, okay? I'll try and get the car back off of her so we can go back to a normal routine. I don't like the fact that we've got no food and Brandon's not at school, so obviously we need to rectify this, and if the bus and taxis are out, then the only other option is to get the car back.
Well, what a great idea.
Please, I'm sorry, okay? Please stop being so sarcastic. I messed up. I shouldn't have let my mom manipulate me like she did. I should have stood up for you.
Look, I'm not going to say that everything is okay, because it's not. You siding with your mom like that really hurt me, and it broke my trust in you. If we want to be a strong couple, we need to stand together, through thick and thin. I still love you even though you can be a pain in the backside. So I'm willing to try going to couples therapy with you.
Okay, I'm willing to try. For you.
Thank you. Now go and get our car so I can get some food. I'm starving.
Yes, ma'am.
Just like we promised, me and Mark went to couples therapy to try and work through our problems together. It was a lot of hard work, but we eventually discovered that most of our problems stem from one person, Mark's mother. After discovering that, we both promised to be a strong front when dealing with her, and so far, it's worked out great. We are much happier now that she isn't controlling our relationship. Even though what Mark did was wrong, sometimes it's better to work through your problems together and not to give up on the relationship, especially if you still love the person.